everybody, and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Canberra International Airport in the Australian Capital Territory, and today I'm going to be flying Virgin Australia on board a 737 just like this one from here in Canberra up to Brisbane in Queensland. Okay, so just got off that plane from Melbourne, so my flight to Brisbane goes in about 2 hours, so yeah. Anyways, I have plenty of time to wait for my flight, so let's go up here and check out the Virgin Australia Canberra Lounge. So the Virgin Australia Canberra Lounge is accessible for Velocity Gold, Platinum and Business Class passengers travelling on a VA flight number. And I'm pretty Qatar Airways might even use this lounge here, but I'm actually not sure if they're even still operating from Canberra. So yeah. Let's go up here and check out the lounge. Welcome to the Virgin Australia Canberra Lounge. It's super quiet here. It's almost a bit eerie. Actually, there's more people sitting over there. So there's plenty of seating options. There's bar seating, there's little couches everywhere, and some charging desks and stuff there too. So yeah, very nice and big lounge considering the amount of people that go through here. So yeah, we'll check out the food in a moment. Okay, so with that amazing view in the background, let's have a look at the food offerings. So there's a whole bunch of different biscuits here, barista coffee, potato chips, which is nice. It's a very fancy lounge compared to Melbourne actually. Soft drink dispenser, nice juices, sanitizer, some cereals, milk, cutlery, muffins and granola and fruit, self-serve fruit, that's very nice, spreads for toast, self-serve pancakes, and then there's also some bacon and eggs and a couple of toppings for the pancakes. So overall, I think the food offerings are a little bit less than Melbourne, but the ones that they do have, it's presented nicer, and it's just, overall, I think it's comparable with Melbourne. Some parts are better, some parts are not so good, but it's a very nice lounge, and it's very solid food offerings. Probably we'll switch over to lunch while we're here, which is cool too. Okay, so that plane there's having maintenance, that's supposed to be our gate, so I'm not sure what's going on. Figure that out later anyway. Okay, so it's now I think 11:30, and they've brought out about 15 minutes ago, so at about 11 o'clock, the lunch offerings. So same drinks and everything, and I think at 12 o'clock they start to serve alcohol. Now for lunch we have a black forest cake slice. It's all beautifully presented, by the way, and then still some of these granola things, and then they have the stuff for nachos, a little grain salad, a couple different sandwiches. I might toast one of these using this. Have some delicious looking cheeses and other stuff like that, and crackers, and bread. Looks pretty tasty. Butter and a couple different soups. So yeah, all in all, I think a really good lunch offering for the Virgin Australia Lounge here in Canberra. Very impressive. Just about to leave the lounge, and here's my plane for today. Victor Hotel Victor Uniform Tango, or VH-VUT, would be my ride up to Brisbane today. It's a 2009 built Boeing 737-800, delivered brand new to Virgin Blue in 2009. And then when Virgin Blue was rebranded to Virgin Australia, it was then delivered to Virgin Australia. By the way, I forgot to mention that there was a last-minute aircraft swap from the 737-700, which is sad because I was looking forward to trying that. But I think it's because they're putting some people from this Brisbane flight, which was supposed to go 5 hours ago, onto this one because, yeah, there's engine issues clearly. Okay, so by the way, right next to the Virgin Lounge, there's the Rex Lounge, but there's not a whole lot of Rex flights leaving Canberra. In fact, now there's even less because they stopped doing Canberra to Sydney. So it's actually only the once or twice daily service to Melbourne that operates from Canberra. So yeah, it's interesting they still have a very big lounge.
VH-VUT to Brisbane will begin shortly and close 10 minutes before departure. For your safety and comfort, all carry-on bags must exceed 7 kilograms, and once on board, please place all small bags under the seat frame. First class economy X velocity partner goal numbers 1 to Brisbane on VH-VUT 17. Priority boarding is now available at gate number 7. We also now invite everyone sitting in rows 1 to 14 to come forward for boarding via the general boarding lane and board through the front of the aircraft. If you're in row
Thank you. Now time to board. There's the 7:20 flight to Brisbane. Almost missed that. Actually, I did miss it. Hi. Welcome on board the 737-800 of Virgin Australia. There's 168 seats in a 3-3 layout in economy class and 8 in business in a 2-2 layout. My seat for today is 20A. On the left side of the aircraft when boarding from the rear. Nice view of the wing.
To keep the aisle and exits clear, your smaller bags and heavier items go under the seat in front of you.
Okay, so now that I'm on board with my seatbelt fastened, let's go through the seat features. Firstly, it's a very dirty window, lots of little dots and everything, which is irritating. Legroom is 31 inches or 79 centimetres, which is solid for a flight of this length, but nothing special. There's a seatback pocket for your personal items here, and just here there is another pocket for the safety card, sick bags, menu, and a Wi-Fi card, which Virgin have newly introduced on some planes. Then here you have a tray table, which is fine. It's not, yeah, it's pretty clean, and it's a good size little cup slot there, but you can't fold it. Oh, and of course you can pull it out and in. And you have a seatback headrest, which is adjustable, like so. Okay, well, you can adjust it upwards, but on this aircraft it is very stiff, and I'm unable to do it. So, yeah. Otherwise, that's about it for this aircraft. I mean, it's the same as most of Virgin's 737s, which is the majority of Virgin's fleet. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's nothing amazing. So, yeah. But it definitely serves the purpose considering the price and length of the flight. By the way, I'm going to be filming a little bit more zoomed in, because if I film zoomed out then there's a lot of dots on the window, so I do apologise for that.
Should now be done up low and tight across your hips. To fasten, push the ends together until they click, then pull the strap to tighten. To release, just lift the buckle. When the seatbelt sign is on, your belt should stay on too. And even if the sign is off, we recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened in case of turbulence. If the cabin pressure changes and oxygen is needed, your mask will drop from above you. Immediately pull the mask down to get the oxygen flowing, remove any face covering, then quickly place the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth at the rear of the cabin. Check where your nearest exits are now and remember they may be behind you. Our crew are also now showing you the escape path lighting that will help guide you to the exits. And if we need to evacuate, leave everything on board. Bringing your bags will slow you down and could damage the escape slides. To find out the brace positions of e-cigarettes of any kind isn't allowed on board. This includes in the toilets, which have smoke detectors and alarms. You may continue using your handheld devices as long as you have switched them to flight mode. Anything larger than handheld will need to be put away.
Now time for takeoff. So after that very bumpy takeoff, we're in the air. Now let's have a quick look at the recline situation. Recline is very minimal on today's aircraft. I'm not sure if it's normally like this, but you know, for a short flight like this, an hour and 20 minutes is good enough. There's also coat hooks on the side of each seat. The cabin crew just came around to do the Onboard service. As always, there's free tea, coffee and water. I went for a tea today, got a little milk and a white sugar too. I have white sugar no more. And on the menu, let's have a quick look at the menu. So here on the menu, you can just have a quick look. I'm not getting anything today because I have lounge access on arrival as well. So there's alcoholic beverages, lots of different drinks, bundles, snacks, and some more light meals, I would say. So yeah, a pretty solid menu from Virgin Australia, and the prices are okay. So yeah, overall, considering the price, I think it's a solid refreshments or buy on board service from Virgin Australia, and it's perfectly acceptable for a flight of this length. Okay, so now up here at cruising altitude, you'll see what that is in a moment. So this aircraft is equipped with Virgin's newest in-flight entertainment system, which includes Wi-Fi. So this is the home screen. Once you connect to the Virgin Australia Wi-Fi network, you'll come here. This is the internet access options. $9.75 for a short flight seems expensive, but you know, if you need it, then I guess it's there. Also, if you have Velocity Platinum or in business class, then you get free Wi-Fi. And then for the flight pass, which is $20 for a 1 hour flight to Sydney, $20 is probably not worth it. But if you're flying to Darwin or Cairns or something, I think it's not too bad at all, and worth considering. Here's the option to put in your stuff if you're a platinum flyer. So yeah. And then here's the in-flight map before we go into the in-flight entertainment. So as you can see here, we departed out of Canberra heading north before making a slight right-hand turn, and we just made another one. Should be landing in Brisbane in about 24 minutes from our cruising altitude of 39,000 feet. And we'll be descending any minute. The main entertainment system's just here. I won't go through it in much detail because it's not updated compared to the other ones. It's just the Wi-Fi. So yeah, there's plenty of different movies that you can watch. You really shouldn't get bored. It's a pretty good entertainment system, especially for a short flight like this. And I think it probably would do for a longer flight to say Darwin or Perth or something, but you know, you might start to get a little bit bored. But it's overall a really good system. There's books and podcasts, and there's plenty of things to do on the Virgin Australia entertainment system. So yeah, back to the map. That's about it for the entertainment system. I'd say overall it's a really good system considering it's free no matter what fare you have. So yeah, I'm impressed with the system by Virgin Australia.
If your seat has a leg rest or device holder, ensure they are stowed and all devices are unplugged. You can keep using large devices like laptops until the seatbelt sign is switched on. Is now on. It's time to return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Large electronic devices, including laptops, need to be put away, but feel free to keep using handheld devices.
Okay, so with that airport in the background, I don't know what it is, and also there's just tiny ends of runways down there, which is a bit strange. Now time to conclude today's trip report. Since on the ground, I will be showing you a quick look at the lounge. So our journey started off today at Melbourne, it did actually start off at Melbourne Tullamarine. The connecting service in Canberra is really easy. You genuinely don't have to do anything when you're in Canberra. You can get checked all the way through in Melbourne if you booked a connecting flight. And then the lounge in Canberra, I was very, very impressed with the lounge in Canberra. And the food offerings, the quantity wasn't quite as good as Melbourne, but the quality was definitely better, and considering it's a smaller airport, I didn't expect there to be quite as much as Melbourne. But having said that, I feel like the lunch service there was a lot of food. So yeah, lounge was really, really good. And then boarding with priority, always very nice. Another Velocity Gold benefit. And then taking off about 15 minutes late, because that plane that had the engine issue, I'm pretty sure they cancelled it, and so a lot of their passengers got onto this plane, which I have a feeling is why it was, for most people would say upgraded, but for me downgraded to a 737-800 as opposed to the 700, so that was annoying. There's a couple little parts in the plane that are quite dirty, which isn't ideal, but otherwise it's been a very nice flight. Solid service, pretty quick. The entertainment is also very good, and the seat is just fine. So overall, it was a very nice flight with Virgin Australia, and we're going to be landing about right on time here in Brisbane. Very nice city view in the background there. So yeah, all in all, I'd say it was a very nice flight with Virgin Australia. A few things could be improved though, but for the most part it was good. Now, in terms of comparing it to other airlines, I think the only airline doing this route daily is Qantas. I think Jetstar might do the occasional service, which Jetstar prices are kind of uncomparable, so I'll just compare it to Qantas. Now, I don't know how much extra Qantas is, but I know it would be probably at least, say, $30, probably a lot more. and I think you probably get an Embraer 190, which the seat is better on this aircraft, and even though it's not a massive difference, the Embraer 190 I don't think it'd be as nice to fly on as Virgin, and also it's much better value when flying with Virgin Australia. So unless you have Qantas Gold, I would definitely go with Virgin Australia. Even if you do have Qantas Gold, then I would just consider your options in terms of time. So yeah, anyways, enjoy the rest of the landing into Brisbane International Airport. I think we're landing on runway 19 right. Welcome to Brisbane. The plane that was meant to take me is sat in the background there. I'm jealous.
They will be disembarking through the forward and the rear doors. If you are heading down the stairs, please ensure that you hang onto the handrails and remain outside the witness hats to follow any instructions given to you by the ground staff into the terminal. I'd like to wish you a warm welcome home here to Brisbane. For a safe onward journey, thanks and have a great afternoon.
Now time to disembark through the rear stairs. See ya.
Have a good day.
You too. Okay, so I've already concluded. Stay tuned once I've finished doing my outro because I'm still going to show a little bit of the lounge. Anyways, thank you all for watching today's video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated. It's not necessary, not expected. check out my website, which is aviation763.com, for information on upcoming flights and easier navigation to certain airline trip reports. By the way, I only update it like once a month. Check out my community tab for polls and information on upcoming schedules, which by the way is normally at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on every Saturday, or at 6 p.m. Melbourne time during daylight savings. Finally, check out my Instagram at aviation763_. And also thank you to my amazing Patreons who help to make these videos possible. Your support is so much appreciated. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned to see a little bit of the Virgin Australia Brisbane Lounge, and I hope to see you in my next video. Welcome to the Virgin Australia Brisbane Lounge. There's not a great view, but there's plenty of nice seating, barista coffee over there. And now I'm just going to have a look at what food they have to offer. Probably just going to get a drink though. There's some nice looking sourdough bread there, some salads and stuff, hummus, sandwiches, a couple types of wraps. Then pretzels, couldn't tell you what they are. Some cheese, crackers, dried apricots or something I think, apples, a few packets of chips, wines since it's past 12 o'clock. There's also soft drink dispensers, but I think since there's wine available there's no more juice. There's some soups and some more bread rolls. So yeah, all in all, not the most impressive. Canberra's lounge had more to offer, but it's certainly still a very nice food offering, and probably comparable to the Qantas lounge here in Brisbane. So yeah, by the way, you have access to this if you have Velocity Gold Platinum. I think you might also have it if you're in business class, but I'm not too sure. So yeah.